Hello and welcome back to this web design course. We are still in appearance, and under appearance we are in customize. Let's get into the course. Here we are in customize, and we are continuing from our last video. We have examined the color and font, the header, the footer. So we are here in the general menu. So let's click on the general. First we have the layout. This layout is what you use to set your containers, like the containers for your text, the containers for your pictures and all of that. The general layout of your website. So usually I don't like changing anything here, because by the time we get to Elementor, we will have a better page builder. By the time we get to Elementor, you will have better options there to make this thing easy for us. So I'll just leave this one the way it is and I'll go back. Then we have the sidebar settings. So under sidebar, you can set the width, but I don't usually touch this. You can set the widget spacing, and you can enable the sticky sidebar. What sticky sidebar means is when you have your sidebar here, so while you are scrolling your page, the items on the sidebar will remain fixed. It will not scroll along with your page. So if you want that to be turned on, you can toggle this on, and you can see another option here says only stick last widget. Alright, so you can also turn this on. That means the last widget, when you scroll and it gets to the last widget, so you should let that one stick and not scroll any longer. Alright, so I'll turn this off because we have not gotten to the sidebar yet. We'll do that when we are in post. So let's go back here. This is the image general settings. This is really of no value because you still adjust your image when you put them. Then scroll to the top. All these things they are really not of much importance to us now. This is the social links that we have seen before. So if you have your Twitter link, you can still use this part to access it. Remember, we got it from the footer the other time, but here it is. You can do your YouTube and all of them, and this is the footer widget. Alright, so let's go back. The performance and all of that, you can take your time to open this one after the other, but it really doesn't add much to your design, okay? Because by the time we get to Elementor, we are going to have the better functionality to do these things easily. Right, so we go to the post and page layout. This is the page layout. So we have all these things. We have the breadcrumb, you have the meta colors, you have the meta fonts, you have the page title and background. All this is for you to adjust the colors, but as you can see here, the colors are set to transparent. I'll exit from this place because there's really not much to do there. Single post layout, archive layout, all these things you are going to have to change them when you are dealing with your post. That's when you start creating posts. Here's the search results. It's not much of something you want to look at. So here's the site identity. The site identity is still the same as the header. So let me just click on it. The site title and logo control. So if you open this, it still takes us to the site icon. So you can see where we changed the logo and where we adjusted our logo and all of that. So it's basically the same thing that we did before. So let's head out of there. Then you have the menus. Let's look at this one because we might dwell a bit here. So on menu, we don't have any active menu yet. Your menu is supposed to line up here, right? So I'll click on create menu, then I'll type in the menu name. I'll put in here main menu. Alright, so where do I want this main menu to be located? Now this is primary. Primary means that it's going to show up here. So I'll select primary, and then I'll click on next. Okay, so it's now saying add items. I'll click on add items. You can see there's only two things that we have here. We have the sample page and we have the home, which is a custom link. So let me create a new page from here, saying add a new page. So I'll put here home. I want to create the home page. Alright, so I've created the home page, and let me see the options I have in this custom link. I don't want to add this one, so I'll cross it out. Okay, then let me add another page here. Let's say services. I'll still show you how to create pages in another way, but this one is just so that we used to explain this. So you can see I've created two pages now and I've added them here. So you can see now we have home, we have services. I'll still add our sample page to it. So now we have 3 pages on our menu. Alright, so with that, I'm going to come here and click publish, and you can see that we now have the 3 pages right up here. Alright, so that is the menu, and that's how you can create the menu. So you can still go back and create another menu. You can go back from here and then you can create a new menu here. Here you can type footer menu. Okay, so you can type footer menu, then you want it to be a footer menu as well, so you click on next. Alright, so you think you should add items, click on add items, then you can create a privacy policy page here. Privacy policy. Alright, and then you add that. Okay, so under footer we have the privacy policy. You can also do our terms and conditions. So we have our terms and conditions, we add that as well. So now we have 2 pages there. Alright, so you click on publish. So let's scroll over to our footer. You can see right here that we have those 2 over here. So if I want to show you something, now you can see the footer navigation. That's where that thing is. Remember we created the footer navigation. So I want to drag it to this other side, and then I'll do publish. Let's see what it's gonna look like. You can see it has shifted to this other side. Alright, so that's how you can play around with this. You can add other things, you can add other widgets, and when you get to widgets you are going to see how we'll still come and add them here. But for now, let me drag it here. And if you also want to edit this, this is the settings. You click on the settings. So this is the settings, and you can just play around with it. You can go over to the design and then adjust some things there, and even under here you can come and select a different menu to add to it. So if you come to footer menu, you can select, let's say we want a main menu to also come there, so you can see that we have changed it to our main menu, but we want the footer to remain there. So I'll just leave it there and click on publish. Alright, so let's exit from here. We have looked at the menu, so now let's see the widget. The widget does not appear here. We'll have a place to take our time to deal with the widget. So now we have home page settings. This is very important. So what this simply means is, now we are having our blog page. This is our blog page showing as our home page. So you want to change that. We don't want our blog to be our home page, but for people that are running their websites as a blog, for bloggers, you want when somebody types in your link, let's say your name is XYZ company. So when somebody types in XYZ company, it will bring the person directly to your blog post. Okay, so you can leave it the way it is, but we want to have a home page where we are going to give information about the company, give links to other pages and all of that. So that's what I want to change now. So this place is saying your home page displays your last post, so you can see this is the last post we have, but we don't want that, so I'll simply change it to a static page, and it's now asking which static page do I want to set. So I'll simply go to the new page I created, which is home page, and I'll set it as home. You can see all those things have changed now. So this is our home page, and then it's saying which one should be the post page. I'm not seeing. Okay, sample page. Okay, you can see sample page will be the post page. All right, so this simply means if we had created the blog page, okay, that's when we should have put the blog page here. But I've seen the link, so let me just add a new page here. Let me call this blog. So you can see that there are different places you can create different things. So I've created a blog page, and I'll simply say publish. Alright, so what I've done now is that when somebody types in the URL, that is xyzcompany.com, is going to take the person to my home page. Okay, you can see that's my home page, and if somebody wants to read about my blog, just take the person to the blog page. Alright, so that's that. Let's exit out of here from the home page. Then this additional CSS, the last item. This item is not for beginners, okay, it's for people that know how to code in CSS. So if you have that skill, you can open it. When you open it, you know what to do, but we are not teaching that in that course because we don't want you to do any coding for now. Just want you to build your website and be a designer. Though you need these coding skills, but when you understand this one, you can begin to add the coding skills beginning from HTML, then you go to CSS, then you go to JavaScript and all of that, and you become a better designer. Okay, so that's it. I'll exit from here, and I think we have covered all this, though not in depth, okay, but what we have covered so far is okay, because by the time we are still building our website, we'll still come back and make other adjustments, and you see how our page will grow into a professional page. Alright, so thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.